Welcome to Focus on Youth, guys. I'm your girl Linda. If you have not subscribed, please click the subscription button. So I will call this toxic roommate part 1 because I've experienced it. My friend from Eden TV was supposed to come host it, but to be the host of this one, but now she's not around, so I think I'll just talk my part and then I'll call it part 1 because I have around 3 people who also are supposed to come to talk for part 2, part 3, part 4. So let me just talk about mine. Okay, back in campus, I had a roommate. That was about, I was in second year or something, on my second year. So I had this roommate. I won't mention the name. So this roommate, we agreed on, okay, actually it was my house, then I hosted her and we agreed on you will buy this, I'll buy this, you'll buy this, I'll buy this. So, and we'll be sharing the rent equally. It's not just 2 story students. So the mistake I made, she was the one to buy the gas cooker. So when I guess I was ahead of her, with a year or something. I graduated before her and we're doing different courses. I was doing journalism and she was doing something else. Okay, I won't mention it here. So she started okay, from the word go, I cannot say that she was that straight, but because I'm an understanding person, I can accommodate anyone in my life, with their flaws and something. You can ask those people who have interacted with me. I know how to get along with people. So sometimes, okay, we had agreed on this month, if the gas got finished, okay, not this month, this time, if the gas is over, you'll the one to refill it. Next time it will be me. So when it is a time to refill the gas cooker, it will be excuses. And she used to bet. So you will find that she has used all the money to bet. And I don't know, the betting, I guess it doesn't go through or something. I don't know those things. That is 1. 2, she will also use the rent money. That was the rent, the gas cooker part. Now let's come to the rent part. So we were paying 4,500, and so we were paying equally half. It was coming around, I don't know, 1750 or something, 2750 or something I don't recall it, or 1750, something like that, I guess so. So you when it's now the time to pay the rent, you will find that when my rent money is here, because our parents knew that this was we were paying rent on I guess it was on 10th. So our parents knew that on 10th, they're sending something for upkeep and the rent. So when it's now it's on 10th and I'm asking her, where's the rent money? She'll be oh, Nilibet, I don't know, Nini, she has no money. She was sent the money, but there is no money. She used the money to bet, and now there is no money. In fact, there was sometimes our door will be locked by the caretaker because I've not paid the rent. That is it. The sad part, or can I say the saddest part, or can I call it the worst part, was this. When I was on my final semester, the final exam, that is it. My roommate decided to leave the house and went to her friend's place. So now I'm supposed to pay the rent alone, that is 4,500, and can I say, adding the hot nail on the scar or on the wound. Let me just say, taking the hot nail, then you just put it on you take the nail, put it on fire, then you carry it the way it's just red and hot, and you put it on the wound. This lady decided now to carry the gas. Now I'm supposed to pay the rent alone. The electricity of that time came almost 2,000. Now I'm supposed to pay the rent for 500. I'm supposed to pay the electricity 2,000. I don't have the cooking gas. I don't have anywhere to cook. Now I'm like, whoa, I have 3 weeks to finish my final exam. Now what am I going to do? You can imagine, I was buying food. Now I had to pay for the I called my dad and explained everything. So my dad sent me money. I paid the rent. I paid the electricity bill. Now I have to buy food, wait for my neighbor to use her stove. Then I go cook from the place because I don't have a jiko. Like the agreement was like she was the one who bought the gas. Now you can imagine, I'm supposed to cook and there is no I don't have a source of fire to cook. I'm supposed to study for my final exams or my final year, or let me say my final semester. Now, imagine I have to buy food or take food to my friends, my neighbor's place. 2 of them. There was Winnie and there was Purity. Thank you, guys. So this time when Purity is not around, I'll go to Winnie's place to cook. Then I come eat from my place. Or when Winnie is not around, I'll go to Purity's place, cook. Then I come eat from my place. So I think I'll consider that as a toxic roommate because that's not worth it. I accommodated you, Then if even you were to leave, I only had 3 weeks. You could have just said, Linda, just remain with this gas cooker or just be okay, because I don't think tulikosania kitu kubwa or we fought or something, no. So, and I took her as a sister. I took her as my own blood. But that's what she decided to do. And I introduced this topic of toxic roommate, be it on campus or maybe your working place and maybe you are staying together. You people are allowed to. And I'll call this one my story part 1, so that because there are people who also want to come and share what happened to them. So I think when choosing roommates, I don't even advocate for people to have roommates. That's one. It's better you go for that cheaper house, even if it is 500 shillings. Or let's say it is an iron sheet house from top to the bottom. And just live in peace. For me, I discourage people, to have roommates. It's just better you stay alone. Just stay alone. If it is okay, you will not have someone who will say, let me buy the gas cooker, and then she will just left from nowhere and you are left stranded. It's better just live alone, so that when it is when your gas is over and it is someone else's duty to refill, there is no excuse. So it is just better for someone to live alone. Even if you're a student, just go to a cheap house of even 1,000 shillings, but provided you have peace of mind and you can just drink water and sleep. There is no if your parents sends you that 1,000 bob, or when you hustle that 1,000 bob, you're supposed to pay rent. You know that you're not that you're supposed to wait for your other roommate to bring the 500 shillings and you the 500 shillings. No. So for me, what I can advise parents out there, or people who maybe are taking care of their siblings, please allow your siblings to live by themselves. Don't let them co-share rent. Don't make them have roommates, because they will suffer. I suffered, and I know maybe even those who are coming to share, or maybe even if someone will watch and maybe you want to share your story, just comment on the comment section. And that's all I can say for now. And I forgave her. It is okay with me. Okay, we're not friends, but at least I forgave her. It was okay. We were still young. We were growing. But at least let's just be human to each other. There is no price of being there is a price of being kindness, because you are blessed double. But now, let's just be kind. Kindness, you will show another struggling soul that there is beautiful in life or in the world. So let's just learn to be kind and let's avoid roommates. Sijasema roommates wote ni wabaya, but mimi kitu tunaweza sema, ishi tu peke yako. That is it. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to share a story, just comment on the comment section. And again, remember, this is part 1. I'm still bringing people who will talk for part 2, part 3, Evo. Thank you for watching and see you on my next show.